We've got a mayor of Superior, Wisconsin, which in this case might be appropriate given what he might think about his race. His name is Bruce Hagen, and he decided that he was going to attack the first couple. He's going to put up an elegant picture of the First Lady, Michelle Obama, and of course go after her. Who looks at this picture and thinks, yeah, she's bad? Look, before I read you what's at the bottom, you can read it there for yourself as well, but let's pause here to note that I actually think, and this is just a theory of mine, you can disagree, that people who attack the First Lady are far more likely to be racist. And hear me out, here's my reasoning behind that. She's so inoffensive. She does like, hey, let's make sure our kids aren't fat. Like if you want to say, hey, don't tell me how to raise my kids, okay, maybe that's a legitimate criticism. I think John gets mad at that here. Like a random thing to get obsessed about, but okay, that's fine. I don't mean that, right? But like ones who attack her for no reason. Why are you attacking her? What is it about her that you don't like? You know, look, it might be partly also because they also don't like women. But to me, whenever there's like, Michelle Obama, like what does that mean? What are you grunting about? They don't like that it's a black lady who's the First Lady of the United States. I mean, it's not like if she was Hillary Clinton. When she was First Lady, she took on a really important policy matter, health care. So you could disagree with that and then hate her because of that. I mean, I don't think you should hate people based on that, but at least I understand the rational argument for it. There's no rational argument here, so that's why I'm afraid of the irrationality of it. Now, when you go to Bruce Hagen in particular, the irrationality oozes out of him because at the bottom of that, he wrote, unbelievable. What's unbelievable? Her? He's put up a beautiful picture of her and writes, unbelievable. And then says, she and her Muslim partner have destroyed the fabric of democracy that was so very hard fought for. Now look, dude, you're a mayor, right? So you got a little bit more responsibility. So the press comes and says, hey, schmuck, he's not Muslim. He's a Christian. It's one thing for the local whoever, butcher, I don't like Obama, salami with that, he's a Muslim. But you're in politics. You're an official in the state of Wisconsin. You're a mayor of this town. He's not Muslim, he's Christian. Remember when you criticized them for sitting in the pews of Reverend, right? Remember? Okay. Nope. They asked him and he's like, no, I'm not going to take it back. He says that he's going to stand by what he says. Now, look, he said that was meant to go to a friend, my friend who's also racist. Anyway, no, but I'm not going to get into that, right? Of course, he didn't say his friend was racist, but I don't know why he's sending that to his friend, because they're going to have a good chuckle over it. Have Muslims, Michelle Obama, right? So, but to me, the most amazing part is, no, I'm wrong, and I don't care. I want to stand by it. Look, I think this is a little bit of the Trump phenomenon. Before, people would get embarrassed into admitting that that's not the case. Like they'd say, they'd put out the thing that was Muslim and get a good laugh over it, or they'd make some sort of racial joke. And then they'd backpedal. They'd go, no, I mean, I didn't mean it racially. I didn't mean it bigoted way. I mean, I don't think he's Muslim. I just think, something, right? Now, they don't bother saying that. They're like, yeah, so what? Yeah, he is Muslim. Donald Trump's saying it and he's winning. I don't care. I'm going to say it too. Yeah, he's Muslim. I don't care about facts. I'm a Republican. That's a troubling place for the country to be when you're having more and more elected officials saying, damn the facts, I don't care. I don't care that he isn't in fact a Muslim. I care that I feel that he's a Muslim.